Arthur Schopenhauer, quotes on love, life, fate, and happiness. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. There is no doubt that life is given us not to be enjoyed, but to be overcome, to be got over. Reading is thinking with someone else's head instead of one's own. To be alone is the fate of all great minds, a fate deplored at times, but still always chosen as the less grievous of two evils. To overcome difficulties is to experience the full delight of existence. A poet or philosopher should have no fault to find with his age if it only permits him to do his work undisturbed in his own corner. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. It's the niceties that make the difference. Fate gives us the hand, and we play the cards. There is not much to be got anywhere in the world. It is filled with misery and pain. Hatred is an affair of the heart, contempt that of the head. All truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. Treat a work of art like a prince. Let it speak to you first. We can regard our life as a uselessly disturbing episode in the blissful repose of nothingness. Music is the melody whose text is the world. No one writes anything worth writing unless he writes entirely for the sake of his subject. Any book which is at all important should be reread immediately. Men are by nature merely indifferent to one another, but women are by nature enemies. Life is a constant process of dying. Whatever one may say, the happiest moment of the happy man is the moment falling asleep, and the unhappiest moment of the unhappy that of his awaking. Politeness is to human nature what warmth is to wax. Religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. Almost all of our sorrows spring out of our relations with other people. If a man does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. It is only at the first encounter that a face makes its full impression on us. Every possession and every happiness are but lent by chance for an uncertain time, and may therefore be demanded back the next hour. Mostly it is loss which teaches us about the worth of things. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. We seldom think of what we have, but always of what we lack. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. The eternal being which, as it lives in us, also lives in every animal. The animal is in essence absolutely the same thing that we are. Everyone takes the limits of his own vision for the limits of the world. The bad thing about all religions is that, instead of being able to confess their allegorical nature, they have to conceal it. No rose without a thorn, but many a thorn without a rose. Boredom is just the reverse side of fascination. Both depend on being outside rather than inside a situation, and one leads to the other. The two enemies of human happiness are pain and boredom. Conscience accompanies every act with the comment, "You should act differently," although its true sense is, "You could be other than you are." The greatest of follies is to sacrifice health for any other kind of happiness. Satisfaction consists in freedom from pain, which is the positive element of life. Happiness consists in frequent repetition of pleasure. If we were not all so interested in ourselves, life would be so uninteresting that none of us would be able to endure it. The word of man is the most durable of all material. The difficulty is to try and teach the multitude that something can be true and untrue at the same time. What people commonly call faith is mostly their own stupidity. The safest way of not being very miserable is not to expect to be very happy. The only freedom that exists is of a metaphysical character. In the physical world, freedom is an impossibility. Money is human happiness in the abstract. Philosophy of religion really amounts to philosophizing on certain favorite assumptions that are not confirmed at all. Men are the devils of the earth, and the animals are the tormented souls. It is a clear gain to sacrifice pleasure in order to avoid pain. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. There is no doubt that life is given us not to be enjoyed, but to be overcome, to be got over. A man cannot serve two masters, so it is either reason or the scriptures. It is only with the highest degree of intelligence that suffering reaches its supreme point. Religions are like fireflies. They require darkness in order to shine. To call the world God is not to explain it. It is only to enrich our language with a superfluous synonym. Religion is the metaphysics of the masses. Nature shows that with the growth of intelligence comes increased capacity for pain. The longer a man's fame is likely to last, the longer it will be in coming. The more unintelligent a man is, the less mysterious existence seems to him. The difficulty is to try and teach the multitude that something can be true and untrue at the same time. After your death, you will be what you were before your birth. To desire immortality is to desire the eternal perpetuation of a great mistake. The brain may be regarded as a kind of parasite of the organism, a pensioner, as it were, who dwells with the body. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. One should use common words to say uncommon things. Sleep is the interest we have to pay on the capital which is called in at death. A sense of humor is the only divine quality of man. If you like the quotes, let us know in the comments which one is the most relevant these days. Your opinion is very important to us, and if you know someone to whom this video will be useful, then share it with the person to help. And, of course, if you like the video, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more videos.